I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Will, do you have a problem?
This is Bridget Goodwin, live from Malcolm Magoo's. At the bomber's request, I'm about to enter the bar.
Finally, let me ask you about Dr. Miller. He assisted in the effort to convict you. Do you hold it against him?
Well, how do you like that? You can teach an old dog new tricks.
Mm-hmm. We're offering the full services of a spa today, including massage. We need to come up with a plan that culminates right at the time of the election. That's just in a couple of months. Let me start by saying my mom is now 98 years old, and so I'm super blessed.
What if I told you that one of the most beautiful faces from 90s television walked away from Hollywood at the peak of her career?
It'll be kind of like a mini vacation.
Right? Is there a spa?
There is. You should treat yourself to a massage.
But before we get to that shocking revelation, there's something even more startling. A heartbreak so devastating, it accidentally launched her entire acting career. And the final secret about her connection to a major Hollywood scandal will leave you speechless.
Cuz, seeing you in that costume does something to me.
Born in Charlotte, North Carolina on January 12th, Enya Flack seemed destined for a different path entirely. As a straight-A student with a mind for numbers, she earned a full scholarship in engineering to North Carolina State University. But something inside her whispered a different calling.
What the?
You remember Luther, don't you, baby?
I remember he kidnapped me.
I'm an upstanding citizen now.
Well, you won't be standing up much longer, you clown-faced creep.
Instead of pursuing engineering, she chose George Washington University, graduating with a BA in radio and television communications, minoring in journalism and theater.
I was always really shy as a kid, but I played instruments, piano and harp.
The young Enya found solace in music, starting piano at 7 and adding the harp at 9. She genuinely believed her future lay in a symphony orchestra somewhere, but life had other plans. During college, she discovered an unexpected confidence builder: beauty pageants. Entering both the Miss America and Miss USA systems, she competed for 7 years.
I did a lot of pageants and all that stuff, and so I was used to being in front of people.
Those years of near misses built something unbreakable inside her.
Entire databank is written in Macintosh. I'll have to transfer it to DOS.
That could take many moons.
When she finally won, she walked away immediately, knowing she'd proven whatever she needed to prove.
So much joy wrapped up in it.
After graduation, Enya returned to Charlotte, taking a position as a news desk assistant and fill-in reporter for the local NBC affiliate.
Became famous as the loving father and husband on the hit 80s sitcom Growing Pains, taped here at Warner Brothers Studio. But 52-year-old Alan Thicke isn't the husband America thinks he is.
But reporting on fires, floods, and tragedies every single day began wearing on her soul. Then came the night that changed everything. Around midnight, her fiancé called from medical school. He was doing a rotation in another state. What started as a normal conversation turned into a 6-hour nightmare. He was ending their engagement. There was someone else.
I mean, it was really sort of the first time in my life that it was definitely my first big heartbreak.
San Francisco in the mid-90s buzzed with possibility. Enya found work teaching at a modeling school, ironically helping male models perfect their runway walks. She was treading water, still heartbroken, still searching. But one afternoon, a talent scout from Los Angeles came to evaluate the school's students. At the end of the day, he knocked on her office door.
Have you ever acted? And I said no. He had me read something with him. He thought he could represent me. He convinced me to come down there for an audition.
2 weeks later, she auditioned for a sitcom called Out All Night, starring Patti LaBelle and Vivica A. Fox. She booked it, her first professional acting job ever.
Lines. I worked for 2 hours and I made $1,800 US dollars. Yeah, and I remember thinking, wow, okay, well, if it's this easy.
Spoiler alert, it wasn't going to stay that easy, but something about standing in front of those cameras felt right.
Unless I'm slipping, that is Preston Cashmere Alexander. He's one of Essence Magazine's 15 most eligible bachelors.
The manager who discovered her started submitting her for more roles. One show kept calling her back, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Will, do you have a problem?
No, sweet. See,
Look, maybe I'll just come back when you can concentrate.
In 1994, Enya walked onto the Fresh Prince set for what would become one of the show's most memorable episodes.
You need to relax. Why don't you let me help you relieve some of that tension?
She played Elisa, the woman who made Will Smith's character work so hard for a simple kiss that he literally threw her off a couch in frustration.
I just feel so blessed to have gotten to work with Will and really all of the cast members. There was,
This comment takes on new weight when you consider recent events. When asked about the 2022 Oscars incident where Will Smith slapped Chris Rock, Enya's response revealed the complexity of watching someone you know make a public mistake.
In my experience with Will Smith, he has never been anything, and I've never seen him be anything but kind, considerate, really giving.
Her defense of Will Smith sparked its own controversy. But Enya has never been one to shy away from nuance or complexity. From Fresh Prince, the doors opened wider.
I was kind of surprised that you called me. Rumor had it that you were off the market.
Oh, well, I'm still hearing offers.
Throughout the late 90s and early 2000s, Enya became television's go-to for the smart, sophisticated, absolutely gorgeous woman who walked into a scene and stopped the show cold. She appeared in Malcolm and Eddie.
Oh, that won't be necessary. As long as you observe the state of Missouri's sexual harassment laws. See you on the first.
Playing a recurring role in the first season. The Wayans brothers featured her twice.
Yeah, and we're looking for a restaurant where we can get something light and healthy.
Well, he's light and he's healthy.
In the House with LL Cool J became one of her favorite experiences.
Okay, Marion, but when do we get to the part of the evening when you and I get to be all by ourselves?
The Steve Harvey Show brought one of television's most memorable comedic moments.
Love your suit, Steve. You have those wonderful lapels up here, the broad shoulders here.
As the weather girl Rainstorm, she appeared in the fitted suit that had Steve Harvey's character doing double takes and physical comedy that would have made Bob Hope proud. Her film work included Nutty Professor 2: The Clumps, alongside Eddie Murphy. Television roles continued with NYPD Blue, The Parkers.
He seems awfully interested in me, so I'll back off when Stanley tells me to back off.
One-on-One, and Black Scorpion.
I thought maybe it was one of those smelly cigars.
Oh, baby, I promised you I'd get rid of them, didn't I?
Yeah, well, you better not be getting rid of them by inhaling.
Where she wore nothing but animal prints for all 26 episodes.
What are you thanking her for?
For doing my laundry. Fresh as an ocean breeze.
You're pathetic.
Yeah, but at least I'm...
Between acting gigs, Enya became one of Barker's beauties on The Price is Right in 2001.
In the hammock is the lovely Enya, who is a Barker's beauty this week on our show.
And later worked as a briefcase model on Deal or No Deal.
Enya, turn this around. Open the case.
Some might see these as steps backward, but Enya understood something crucial about the business.
The more that you're out there, the more that, the more people see you. And so you just keep getting called in.
Her sportscasting work for KCBS in Los Angeles opened unexpected doors. She interviewed Destiny's Child before Beyonce became Beyonce.
I really didn't, but I just knew, wow, these are just like incredibly talented, just incredibly beautiful women. I just remember being stunned at how gorgeous Beyonce was, to be honest with you.
In 2007, Enya landed a guest role on The Sopranos.
Postabella lingerie, Sir Ben Kingsley.
I take an extra large in these.
Working alongside Sir Ben Kingsley in the legendary show's final season. But beneath all the success, something was shifting. Enya maintained an apartment in Los Angeles, but increasingly found herself drawn back to Charlotte. Her mother was aging. The East Coast offered opportunities that didn't exist when she started. The roles kept coming. Outer Banks.
We have a name for your condition. Great. ODD, oppositional defiant disorder.
Homeland with Claire Danes.
It'll be kind of like a mini vacation.
Right? Is there a spa?
There is. You should treat yourself to a massage.
Dynasty.
You might be shocked to know that a $9.99 test isn't always accurate.
Walker.
Yes. And I also told him that there's no reason for me to be involved in his disappearance. Victor and I ended things a long time ago.
And The Resident.
And I will absolutely put you in touch with survivors who can talk to you about what it's like to live with the disease.
All featured her distinct presence. Then came All the Queen's Men on BET+.
Yeah, and I'm telling you to make that happen now. Get it in order, no matter what you have to do.
Where she plays District Attorney Alicia Rhodes, a woman determined to bring down Madame Marilyn DeVille's empire. It's arguably her meatiest role, letting her play someone with moral complexity and real power.
She's a bit of a, she's a bit of a mob boss in some ways.
But there's something else happening in Enya's life now, something that speaks to growth beyond Hollywood's glitter. She founded Sister Act Creative, an actors co-op designed to mentor young performers and give them the space to practice their craft. Behind the camera, she shoots headshots and produces content for corporate clients through We Talk For You Productions.
Talented person that will, always that will get the job, but it's often the person that just sticks with it.
The personal life she guards so carefully occasionally surfaces in interviews. She shares her home in Charlotte with her dog Bella, now 15 years old. Her mother, whom she moved back to care for, remains a central figure in her life. On Sundays, she makes herself not work. She hikes in the North Carolina mountains, tries to garden, and exists in jeans, baseball caps, and sweatshirts.
I love what I do, but I don't know that I would ever really love feeling like I couldn't go wherever I wanted to go.
The relationship rumors that followed her through the 90s have faded. She's never married, never had children, and seems content with that choice. Though she played love interests and femme fatales for years, her real life remains refreshingly private. When asked about beauty standards of the 90s versus today's social media driven culture, she doesn't pull punches.
I'm a big believer in sort of leaving a little bit to mystery.
Right.
So in other words, and I'll tell you, just as an example, one of my favorite shows on TV right now is Bridgerton.
In Long, Slow Exhale, which premiered on Spectrum in 2022, she plays Jillian Porter, stepmother to a college basketball player.
Baby, I want to get you to the hospital.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
No, you are not.
Navigating a sexual abuse scandal that threatens to destroy everything. Her co-star, Brittany Elena, whom she calls out with genuine affection despite their age difference.
You're supposed to play my stepmom? Okay, guys, yeah, this is my stepmom. I'm like, yeah.
The upcoming Lifetime movie, Suitcase Killer, promises more dramatic territory.
You're out on bail, a free woman, staring at the very real prospect of life in prison.
Another project, a faith-based horror film, shows her willingness to blend genres in unexpected ways. Perhaps the most telling moment comes when discussing what she's learned from 4 decades in the industry. She's lived by that wisdom. When you look at her Instagram, you don't see the manufactured glamour of someone performing their life. You see a woman who happened to be beautiful enough for television, talented enough to keep working, and wise enough to build a life outside the spotlight. The question of why she left Hollywood might be the wrong question. She didn't leave, she evolved. She chose Charlotte over Los Angeles, teaching over chasing auditions, peace over prominence. In her mid-50s now, she won't confirm the exact year she was born, only the date, January 12th. Enya Flack represents something increasingly rare in entertainment: longevity without desperation, success without ego, and presence without performance.
Really, really great to work with. And she's like, oh, have you ever been on, now here's where I felt old with her though, because she's like, have you ever done a series before? And I said, yeah, a few. So
she's reconnected with Malcolm Jamal Warner in recent years, working out some tension that existed from their time on Malcolm and Eddie. They text occasionally now, friendly without being close. Wendy Raquel Robinson remains a genuine friend, someone she sees every few years through work. They appeared together on the reboot of The Game on Paramount Plus, falling back into rhythm like no time had passed. She's built a career on sticking with it, through Heartbreak that accidentally launched her into acting, through 5 years of coming in second at Pageants, through decades of guest roles while others got series regular spots, through the transition from bombshell to character actress.
I saw you in town the other day.
Okay.
I know that the law office you were visiting handles divorce cases.
There's no scandal in her past, no messy public breakdown, no bitter tell-all interview. She speaks kindly of almost everyone she's worked with, even when discussing the strangeness with Malcolm Jamal Warner or the politics that kept her from winning pageants. When the Will Smith situation dominated headlines, she spoke with nuance instead of taking easy sides. When asked about changing beauty standards, she defended her era without disparaging the current generation. In an industry built on pretending, on becoming someone else, Enya Flack does something radical. She shows up as who she is, a Capricorn through and through, slow and steady, building a life and career that can withstand whatever storms come. And when the right role comes along, when someone wants the woman who can walk into a room and make everyone turn to look, she shows up prepared, professional, and present.
I've gone through all the nuts and bolts, organization of files, sharing accounts. Basically, I bored her to death for an hour.
In 2025, as All the Queen's Men continues its run and new projects develop, Enya Flack remains what she's always been, a working actress who happens to be beautiful, a beautiful woman who happens to act.
You need to know that this madam, well, we've been trying to get something to stick to her for a long time.
And a human being who refuses to be reduced to either. When asked her snog, marry, avoid choices between Malcolm Jamal Warner, Will Smith, and LL Cool J, she picked LL Cool J for marriage, explaining,
if I'm not mistaken, he's been with the same lady for many years.
I think 20 plus years.
Yeah, which says he's a good husband.
6 days younger than her, born January 18th. She didn't know that before the interview, but the Capricorn connection sealed it. After 40 years of showing up, of doing the work, of treating people with respect and expecting the same in return, Enya Flack has built something that can't be taken away. Not fame, not stardom, not even success in the traditional sense. Oh, and she also said that her grandmother lived to be almost 103. So who can deny that she has those youthful, gorgeous genes in her? That explains everything in a nutshell. She's built a life where she cares for her aging mother in Charlotte, mentors young actors through Sister Act Creative, hikes mountains with her 15-year-old dog Bella, and only takes roles that speak to her soul. A life where she's proven that you can be in Hollywood without letting Hollywood consume you. That's the real story of Enya Flack. Not the beauty queen who became an actress, not the actress who walked away from Hollywood, but the woman who figured out how to be both in the industry and of herself, how to work without being consumed by the work, how to be seen without losing sight of who she is when the cameras stop rolling. And perhaps that's the most valuable lesson she can teach the next generation of performers. Success isn't about how famous you become, it's about how true you remain to yourself along the way.